Hey guys, Brewery 602 Beer Reviews here at Brewery 602 on Instagram. My name is Marcus, and today I have a collaboration beer. Now, this beer is a collaboration between Sierra Nevada Brewing Company and Dogfish Head Brewing Company. This is Life and Limb. It is an ale brewed with maple syrup and birch syrup, coming in at 10.2% ABV. Now, I did pick this up at a local bottle shop called Bottle Shop 48. And honestly, the reason why I picked it up was the can art was really cool. And I was looking at it and looking over the beer and like, what in the world is this beer? I've never seen it before, never heard of it before. And apparently this is the third rendition of this beer. And again, ale brewed with maple syrup and birch syrup gives you no idea what the base beer is. So it could be black, it could be, I don't know, gold, it could be amber. I have no idea. It could be red, who knows? But on here it says, this living brew is naturally carbonated to enhance complexity and refinement and to encourage aging. So it's naturally carbonated beer, which whenever you pitch your yeast byproducts are ethanol and CO2. So you're going to get natural carbonation from your yeast. But yeah, it says they're using birch and maple trees to get the syrup. Seems very interesting. I figured I'd try it. 10.2% ABV. I have a little bit of a smaller glass for that. Just do a small pour on it and we'll check it out. But anyway, let's give it a review. Oh, cool. All right. So I was hoping it would pour a maple syrup kind of a color. And sure enough, I did pour it very hard, by the way. Naturally carbonated. That doesn't look naturally carbonated to me, but anyway. So the beer does come in a very dark, it's like a mahogany color. It does look like maple syrup. It's mahogany. It's going to come off as pitch black on the camera there, but it is definitely a deep mahogany color. And the head on it is nice khaki colored, very tight, compact bubbles, and they're compact all the way to the top, which is really good. That's a very good sign of a solid beer. So I love the fact that the bubbles are just compact all the way up. Anyways, let me get a drive-by aroma. So the drive-by is intriguing because to me it smells like an English bitter. I always, whenever I do my drive-by aroma, again, it's as if I'm running by a candy store and like, oh, that smells like a candy store. Or you're running by a beef store or beef shop and you're like, oh, that smells like bacon or whatever, or beef, or same thing. The drive-by allows me to kind of just say whatever I want to say. There's a little bit of a sour character on the drive-by aroma as well. Yeah, it's very interesting. So I said like English bitters, so it's like a bitter, like English bitters, kind of blended with a Trappist. It's like a Trappist beer, or something like that, like that Trappist kind of a sour note to it as well. So there's all sorts of weird stuff going on. Let me get a deeper aroma. Okay. So on the deep aroma, there's definitely smells like an English beer, or a Trappist beer, or something to that effect. There's definitely a earthiness to it. So you got an earthiness, like Trappist, kind of like a natural soured beer. It smells very, very unique, for sure unique. I do pick up the syrup, so I pick up more of the maple syrup. I don't know, I have no idea what birch syrup smells like, to be honest with you, so I can't be like, oh yeah, I smell birch syrup. No. I know what maple syrup smells. I know what syrup, Aunt Jemima, I know what that smells like. And it does have a syrup character to it. So there's a syrup character, but it's more woody. So there's like a woody syrup character, and it does smell like an English bitters mixed with like a Trappist ale, something like that. And those two beers may not be beers you've ever had before, but I've had a lot of different types of beers, and that's kind of what the aroma is like to me. So let me get a taste on it. Cheers. That's just weird. That's weird in a good way. First of all, the mouthfeel. The mouthfeel is actually medium minus, which is kind of strange. You would think it'd be big, like chewy kind of beer. It's not. It's medium minus. You definitely get like a woody character to it. It's very, very woody, very earthy. It's not very sweet, which is interesting with the two types of syrup being added to it. But there is a good backbone in there. There's also besides the earthy kind of thing, you do get a spicy kind of a hop character in there as well. So like the hop spiciness really helps to actually balance out that woody character. Very interesting beer. It reminds me of a Chimay. It reminds me of like Chimay. It reminds me of that style of beer, or Duval, or it reminds me of, or something to that effect. And maybe that's what they were going for. Not 100% sure, but it definitely does remind me of those beers, or that Trappist ale, like a number 10, or something that has those big, bold, like almost like that bubblegummy, earthy, like oak and tannin kind of a flavor to it. The alcohol is there, but not, absurd. 10.2%. It's going to be there, especially with this base. But this feels like this has been conditioned for a long time, and I don't think it has. I think if it were to be aged, it'd probably meld itself to a bigger and better character. But right now, as it being fresh, it does taste kind of choppy to me. Like there's different parts to it. Yeah, definitely like a Chimay or Duval, or that same kind of a character to it. That's almost exactly what I'm getting out of it. But it's very earthy, very very unique for sure, because I do get a lot of woodsy notes out of it, a lot of earthy tones out of it. I wish the mouthfeel was bigger. For sure. If the mouthfeel was like a little bit chewier and you could get a little bit more of the syrup character, it would be a home run for me. But for right now, as it sits, I'll grade it the way it is, being very young. To me, it's choppy. Like I get this, and this. I don't get like the blend of those things. So to me, it's a little choppy. I'd probably give it I'll go at 89 on it. I'll go at 89 on it. I was gonna go jump to a 90, but I think it's still an 89. I think it needs time. It definitely needs time. So I'll go at 89 on it. Again, this is a collaboration beer between Dogfish Head and Sierra Nevada. My name is Marcus. Brewery 602 Beer Reviews, at Brewery 602 on Instagram. Please like, follow, and subscribe. Cheers.